Ready to assist you. Pee-wee.
Morning, Conky. What's today's secret word?
Today's secret word is look.
Misogynist.
You all know what to do for the rest of the day. When anyone says the secret word, scream real loud.
Hello. You know, I really didn't want to do this YouTuber again. I didn't really expect him to say something quite so stupid, to be honest with you. But I kept him in my subscription list for a reason, and I tried to do it the other way. I tried to respond in his comments and tell him my thoughts, but he decided to delete my comment without responding. So we're going to do it this way.
Greetings, YouTube. So Audi debuted a commercial during the Super Bowl. I didn't see it. I don't watch professional sports. I'm indifferent to any sports broadcast ever made.
Even Ninja Warrior? Come on, man. Ninja Warrior's awesome. Except, you know, when they fail the same thing over and over and over and over again. But yeah. Ninja Warrior's pretty dope, dude. It just is.
But I do enjoy some of the commercials they put out there because it's this incredibly important advertising spot. Everybody in America's eyes are on that game, or most people's eyes are on that game. I mean, I work with people who take Monday off because they were partying hard on Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, I don't get it.
Here's a short list of things that you don't get. People enjoy football. Your wife's vagina.
Vagina.
Just generally it. You don't get it. You just don't get it.
The ad is inherently feminist. It's a video of a go-kart race, father's voice or a man's voice over the video, talking about the fact that is he going to tell his daughter that she lives in a world where she will always be considered a second-class citizen, or is he going to do what he can to make sure that the future is better for her?
Oh man, if only there was some sort of legislation that was signed into law that made paying women less than men based on sex illegal. That would really go very far to close that wage gap, wouldn't it? It would totally. Oh, it's right above me, isn't it? Ha, look at that. Equal Pay Act of 1963 is a United States labor law amending the Fair Labor Standards Act aimed at abolishing wage disparity based on sex. See gender pay gap. It was signed into law on June 10th, 1963 by John F. Kennedy. And then 5 months later, his brains were all over a convertible. Well, can't get everything right, huh?
So an inherently feminist position. You can imagine that wasn't taken well, because the man babies of the internet cannot possibly just let sit a feminist message that may just help some girls and women understand that not all men and not all companies are anti-woman, anti-feminist misogynists.
Special friend.
That sound can only mean one thing. You said the secret word of the day, but let me just tell you something. That's not how this works.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Look, you can't just win an argument by calling people names. Man babies. That other word I'm not going to say because it's going to trigger the kazoo kid again. It doesn't work like that anymore. You have got to bring facts and figures to an argument to prove your case. That's just how it is, pal.
Okay, I'll give you a brief glimpse of what goes on there. Now, because I'm looking at the ad, the top comment is mine, and mine was simple. Kudos, Audi. 2 words. The other comments are, this commercial helped me decide not to buy an Audi. Well, now I know which won't be my future car. You made the decision easy. It's a little concern trolling. Can't believe they showed this during the game. More concern trolling. Who thought this ad would sell cars? Who is this commercial meant for? Why would you ever tell your daughter she's less than a man unless you live in a Muslim country, of course, or China, but the West? There you go. This person is... there's no published Gmail account. They're probably a troll. They did that intentionally.
Now, you wouldn't be trying to dox that person, would you?
Well, we may have a positive one. Second. Woman. Oh.
6 seconds. 6 seconds. You held your finger in the air while you read comments on a video that you're trying to defend. Tetsubo57, editing programs are our friend. They're easy to use, and you just cut that bit out. You know, like a jump cut.
Or supposedly a woman, and saying that this is all about victimhood. Yep, victimhood in there. So what is this, an anti-Muslim commercial? Trolling and misogynistic.
You're my special friend.
Timurel Kirshner teaches girls to view men as oppressors. Guess what? They're fucking oppressors!
I said, bitch, where?
Look how happy you are. Oh my god, you're being oppressed by men. They're the worst. They're the worst thing that ever happened to people. We should get rid of all the men. Dude, you might be a man. You know? Check. Go ahead. Take a look. It's in a book, The Reading Rainbow. No, really. Dude, you realize you're a man. Men are not the oppressors you think they are.
They are the people harassing you in the street. They are the people preventing you from moving forward in business. They are the people who are making sure that you stay in your place.
Either in the kitchen or, you know, up top, right? Up top? No? Alright then. I'll high five myself.
So yes, toxic masculinity and the patriarchy is preventing girls and women from doing what they want to, from having the same range of options and societal roles that men have.
I said, bitch, where?
Yeah, sure. But not here. Not in the Western world. I think for the oppression you're looking for, you want to go to, I don't know, the Middle East.
So yes, the men are the oppressors. Any man that isn't a feminist is part of the problem. Right here. Why is every freaking thing politicized in today's world? Concern trolling. My goodness, is nothing sacred anymore. This person is probably a troll. Let me check. Nope, they actually have. They could be a troll, but they have a published G+ account, so they're a bad troll. Never going to buy an Audi now. What do I tell my daughter? I tell her to buy a BMW. And oh, this guy may be real. He has 12 subscribers, and there's a description. Oh, he's an atheist, and he's possibly socially conservative. I've seen a lot of overlap there. I'm embarrassed for Audi. There you go. Freudscham? I can't remember. There's a German word for being embarrassed for someone else, and I forget what it is because I'm horrible at 4 words.
You know, if I was going to say, I don't know, try out a foreign word, I think I would look it up and maybe try to find out how to say it, but that's neither here nor there. Let's move on with your trash of just awful video. Just a moment. Best roll it now.
A little more concern trolling. This commercial would make sense in 1950. Again, ignoring the reality of today's world because that perpetuates the position of power that men like this have. Yep, that's probably a real person. The wage gap myth has been debunked time and time again. Actually, it hasn't. There is not a wage gap myth. There is a wage gap. It just varies across industries. But there really is a wage gap.
The wage gap is simply the average earnings of men and women working full-time. It does not count for different job positions, hours worked, or different jobs. It has nothing to do with the same job. It has nothing to do with discrimination.
Thank you, Sean Head, for that marvelous wage gap button. Audi did tweet that women are paid less than 21% less than men as a brand. They believe in progress and they're committed to equal pay for equal work. Then we have Prepper Frog here asking if Audi's female employees earn less than males and pointing out that it's entirely illegal. It's against the law to do that. Then we have Audi backpedaling, saying that when we account for all the various factors that go into pay, women at Audi are on par with their male counterparts. Guess what, Tetsubo57? All of those things that you think are not in a woman's hands, those are female choice. Women choose to take time off to have children. Women choose to leave early to go take care of children or whatever. That's a part of their life, yes, but that is also part of their choice. That is what I would have responded to had you not been a censorious fuckwad.
And again, we see if that person is a troll or are they real. Oh, they seem to be real. They potentially could be real. Nope, there's another wage gap myth, and this one from a potentially, well, their picture is effeminized, so they could be a woman. They have subscribers and no blurb. They have a G+ account, so they could be real or could just be a sock puppet. How does this now have 55 likes? Well, I'm one of them because it's an awesome commercial. See that? The equity upset so many. Hey, we have a positive comment. Unfriggin' believable. A positive comment. Just to believe she, or potentially she, has a Gmail account, so it could be real. The wage gap is a lie. Again, perpetuating anti-feminist misogyny.
The wage gap is simply the average earnings of men and women working full-time. It does not count for different job positions, hours worked, or different jobs. It has nothing to do with the same job. It has nothing to do with discrimination.
You're my special friend.
The virtue signal is strong with this one. It's not virtue signaling. It's addressing a real issue. One that may not affect someone named Martian Soldier, but it's a real issue. One that this person would understand if they were willing to step outside their personal bubble and understand that their life experience is not everyone's life experience. In particular, if they are a man, that their life experience is nothing like the life experience of girls and women in America. If you think the wage gap is bad for white women, you ought to see what it is for black women, Asian women, and Hispanic women, Latinas. It's horrible.
Hey, Tetsubo, I don't think you know this, but the wage gap still doesn't exist. What you're talking about is an earnings gap, and it's based on choice. And guess what? Asians out-earn all other races. They out-earn white people. They out-earn all other races. You know what else? Just between you and me, women in their 20s out-earn men in their 20s. What do you think of that? But, don't worry. I won't post troublesome comments on your videos anymore. I'll just make fucking videos, you fascist.
It is real. It just varies. It isn't a set number in every single industry. And a lot of the time it's because, they're going to get pregnant and I'm going to lose a worker. So you're saying that because someone has a biological function, you're going to be prejudiced and discriminatory against them. You're a douchebag.
The wage gap is the average earnings. It does not count for hours worked. It has nothing to do with jobs. It has nothing to do with discrimination.
All right? Because I've seen that argument before. So all of the comments on the top page, the only two positive ones were me and potentially someone named Jessica Ramos. I put her channel up there so I can remember her name. So I support this commercial. I think we all should support this commercial. Go take a look at it. Tell me what you think. I'm really happy that a large company with a lot of power in both its industry and in advertising in general made this step to make an inherently feminist ad. This is an ad that is addressed at people who need to see it, both men and women. Now, it's probably going to help a lot more girls and women than it is going to help men because, unfortunately, there aren't a lot of men out there who are feminists. There are a lot of men like they're on this comment section.
Now, I'm going to let you finish, but I got to address this false dichotomy you've laid out for us here. Either men are feminists or they're misogynists. Oh, shit.
Special friend.
Anyway, I don't make the rules. I just follow them. But as I was saying, they're either one thing that you say, hateful of women, or they're feminist. Guess what? There's more options than that. Your false dichotomy is not going to work here, son.
They're just man babies. Terrified that something isn't about them, isn't aimed at them, isn't putting them in the spotlight. And when they're told they have to share the spotlight with women, they hate that. They despise it. Their entire lives, they have been the center of attention, and now they're being told, no, you are not the center of attention. You are just a player on the stage, and you have to make room for other people. Some of those people make up, in the case of America, 51% of the frigging population. And if that offends you, or that you feel that you've lost something, that's your issue. And you need to see someone about that. Because you aren't losing anything. All right, go take a look at the ad. Tell me what you think. These man babies are just unbelievable.
Your straw man have no power here, and neither do you. But if you came to comment on this video, I'd leave your comment up and I would respond to it, instead of just deleting it. But I guess that's the difference between you and me. Whatever. That's going to do it. Kids, stay tuned for the outro. It has words and links and shit. All the links to articles and ads and videos I used are going to be in the description, so just hang tight. Thank you for taking this journey with me. If you like what I do, please consider subscribing. And if you really like what I do, subscribe. Drop a tip in the tip bucket in the description below. Or if you're really enamored with what I do, why don't you consider becoming a patron? Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.